Hi, my name is Trent Grissom, Vice President Director of Business Development here at Waterfront. And today I'm joined by our newest portfolio manager, Matt Hekman. Matt, thank you for joining us this morning. This is a great opportunity for our clients and folks who work with Waterfront to get to know you and what you're going to be doing. We're very excited to have you on the team. So can you tell us a little bit, who's Matt Hekman?
Yeah, excited to be here. Hope to meet many of you in person in the future. So I'm a California kid. I grew up in the Central Valley, little town called Ripon, which is the almond capital of the world, I'll have you know. Went to school in Northwest Iowa, Dordt University. It was a school that's affiliated with the church that I grew up in. And then got my MBA at the University of Kansas. And my wife and I, Emily, have been married since 1997. We have 3 active kids, been in the Kansas City area for a little over 20 years, love it here. We just enjoy hanging out together as a family, in particular, enjoy water sports in the summer months.
I love it. Well, I know my exposure to your family, it's a wonderful family. Jenna, y'all may know Jenna for those. She was an intern here at Waterfront this last summer and did a fantastic job for us and is now at Dordt.
Yep, freshman this year.
Yeah, so glad that we had an opportunity to work with her as well.
Yeah.
And so what all have you been doing? Basically, I mean, I know what you've been doing from a work standpoint, but obviously a lot of very impressive things. And so what all have you been doing over your career?
Yeah. So when we moved to Kansas City immediately after graduating from Dordt, I started at a small company called Investors Fiduciary Trust, doing custody and accounting work, basically back office kind of stuff. While I was working there, I got my MBA at KU, taking 9 classes. And in 2003, moved over to work for Waddell & Reed. I've been there ever since until this week, started at Waterfront. During my time at Waddell & Reed, I did a wide variety of things. Was a performance analyst, I was an equity analyst that covered a variety of sectors and industries, including chemicals and packaging, gaming, lodging, defense, aerospace and defense companies. And then progressed to be an assistant portfolio manager on the large cap growth strategy for a couple of years. Transitioned over to be an assistant portfolio manager on our large cap value strategy for a couple of years before August of 2014 when I was asked to manage the balanced strategies at ID, which I've been doing ever since. And that was a collection of about $3 to $4 billion in assets that was managed as a blend of equity and fixed income. So that's my experience.
Wonderful. And so as you join Waterfront, a portfolio manager here, what will you be doing for Waterfront moving forward?
Yeah. So I'll be managing a very similar mandate. We're right now calling it the Waterfront Balanced Fund. And so it'll be a 60-40 blend, equity and fixed income or thereabouts. Okay. The range that I've historically managed that, the equity allocation in that strategy is 50 to 70%. It's a little over 65, about 67% today, just given the inflation we've seen in equities over the course of the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. So I'll be managing a very similar strategy to what I've been doing the last 7 years. And in addition to that, we'll be starting a equity-only sleeve, which will basically just be the best ideas within the equity sleeve of the balanced fund. Very similar or same strategy.
Okay. And so for those of you that are familiar with Chris Harrington's opportunistic equity and opportunistic strategies, this is a wonderful complement to that, where Chris has a lot of small cap, a little bit more aggressive on some of the companies that are there looking for good balance sheets. You have quite a few large cap. A lot of the clients or people that are looking at it would be familiar with the companies you're investing in. Yep.
A lot of the names would be very familiar. Companies that you interact with on a daily basis, Apple, Microsoft, Google, to name just a few. But really the core philosophy around the strategy on both sides, the balance fund and the equity fund, is predicated around the belief that profitability of these companies is an accurate indicator of quality, and it's something that investors over time historically have proven to undervalue or underestimate its durability. So we look to invest in those companies when for one reason or another they're out of favor. We can buy them at attractive valuations and just let them compound value over time as that profitability shows itself to be durable.
Thank you, Matt, for sharing all this information. I know we're very excited to have you on the team and be managing these strategies moving forward.
Excited to be here.
If you would like additional information from Waterfront, you can email Trent at waterfrontadvisors.com. You can also email Matt at waterfrontadvisors.com. Thank you.